What if I told you that our entire solar system is traveling through the remains of one of the greatest cosmic explosions in our galaxy? Millions of years ago, around 15 giant stars exploded as supernova. Those explosions were so powerful that they carved out a gigantic bubble in space, heated it to nearly 1 million degrees, and created the strange region that surrounds us today. This enormous structure is called the local hot bubble. And believe it or not, we are inside it right now. A hidden bubble around our solar system. Space may look empty, but it isn't. It is filled with gas, dust, magnetic fields, and energetic particles. Most of this material is spread throughout the Milky Way, forming what astronomers call the interstellar medium. But our solar system is different. Instead of moving through normal interstellar gas, we are traveling inside a giant cavity nearly 1,000 light-years wide. This cavity contains extremely hot plasma, but surprisingly little matter. Scientists call it the local hot bubble. How was it discovered? Astronomers first noticed something unusual in the 1970s. Sensitive X-ray telescopes detected faint X-rays coming from every direction in the sky. One explanation was that our solar system was sitting inside a huge cloud of million-degree gas. For years, however, many scientists questioned this idea. Perhaps those X-rays were being produced much closer to Earth by interactions between the solar wind and space particles. The mystery continued for decades. Then, in 2014, NASA's DXL mission finally solved the puzzle. The mission showed that most of the X-rays really were coming from a gigantic region of hot interstellar plasma surrounding our solar system. The local hot bubble was real, the violent birth of the bubble. But what could create such an enormous empty cavity? The answer was astonishing. Around 14 million years ago, a group of massive stars began dying. One after another, they exploded as supernova. Not one, not two, but around 15 separate explosions. Each explosion released unimaginable amounts of energy, pushing gas and dust outward while heating the remaining material to temperatures close to 1 million degrees Celsius. Together, these explosions carved out the huge bubble that still surrounds us today. Even now, the bubble continues expanding through space at about 6 kilometers every second. Evidence hidden on Earth. You might wonder, how can scientists know about explosions that happened millions of years before humans existed? The answer was hidden deep beneath Earth's oceans. Researchers discovered tiny amounts of a rare radioactive element called iron-60. Earth cannot naturally produce iron-60. The only realistic source is nearby supernova explosions. Even more incredible, the same isotope has been found on the Moon. Because iron-60 decays at a known rate, scientists can calculate exactly when the material arrived. Their results revealed 2 major waves of supernova debris reaching Earth between 6.5 and 8.7 million years ago, and again between 1.7 and 3.2 million years ago. These discoveries strongly support the idea that several nearby stars exploded one after another. Where did these supernova come from? Astronomers traced the explosions back to a nearby group of stars called the Scorpius-Centaurus Association. These stars were enormous, about 9 times the mass of our Sun. Massive stars burn through their fuel quickly. Unlike our Sun, which will live for around 10 billion years, these giant stars survive only a few million years before collapsing and exploding. Those ancient explosions created the local hot bubble we live inside today. A surprising discovery. In 2022, astronomers used data from the European Space Agency's Gaia spacecraft to create an incredible 3D map of our galactic neighborhood. The results were surprising. Nearly every nearby star-forming region lies around the edge of the local hot bubble. As the supernova explosions pushed gas outward, the gas became compressed. Eventually, gravity took over. New stars began forming along the bubble's expanding shell. In other words, the deaths of old stars directly triggered the birth of new ones. Our Sun is just visiting. Here's something even more fascinating. Our Sun did not form inside this bubble. When the first supernova exploded, The Sun was almost 1,000 light-years away. As the solar system orbited the center of the Milky Way, it eventually drifted into the local hot bubble around 5 million years ago. Today, by pure coincidence, we happen to be near its center. Why aren't we burning? If the bubble is nearly 1 million degrees, why doesn't Earth melt? The answer is simple. Temperature isn't the whole story. The gas inside the bubble is incredibly thin. It contains roughly 100 times fewer atoms than normal interstellar space. Although each particle is extremely hot, there are so few particles that they transfer almost no heat. It's similar to standing near a tiny flame versus touching boiling water. Density matters. A galaxy full of giant bubbles. Modern X-ray telescopes such as EROSITA have mapped the local hot bubble in extraordinary detail. The observations reveal something remarkable. Our bubble isn't alone. The Milky Way appears filled with enormous cavities, created by ancient supernova explosions. Some are even connected through giant tunnels of hot gas, stretching hundreds of light-years. Astronomers compare our galaxy to a giant block of Swiss cheese. Each hole represents a superbubble carved by exploding stars. Along the edges of these bubbles, new stars are constantly being born. The cycle never stops. The local hot bubble reminds us that the universe is always changing. Stars are born. Stars die. Their explosions reshape entire regions of the galaxy. Those violent events create the conditions for future generations of stars and perhaps even planets and life. Right now, as Earth quietly orbits the Sun, our entire solar system is drifting through the ancient remains of explosions that happened millions of years before humans ever existed. The next time you look up at the night sky, remember this. We are living inside the aftermath of exploding stars. If you enjoyed this journey through our cosmic neighborhood, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more amazing space discoveries. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next adventure.